And for my troubles, not only did I finish my event, I got a few more chests, and there's another 6 million. So I got more than enough now. And I know a lot of people were saying that they had more than enough of this currency to do the turn-ins, but since the turn-ins are all done through the event store, right here, like what's going to happen when this arc is over and the event store goes away? We're just going to be stuck with a whole bunch of currency, which makes you think that this is probably coming back, right? This incursion style event will probably pop up from time to time, and this could be something that replaces the mid-arc events, right? This could be just like a week-long thing that happens between arcs, maybe every quarter or so. Once you go kill the new armadas, they give you this new target, this Saris Dominion Salvage, which is what you can use here to get more Syndicate XP, as well as that kind of fun stuff. There's also another bundle with extra value if you want to go double or nothing on it. You can get some of the officer shards, you can get some of the galactic acclaim, and these are the blueprint vouchers and more Syndicate XP. Did they change anything about pre-existing mirror systems? No, other than they added more to them. All of the existing mirror universe works exactly the same as it always did. The only difference now is, as I think you've got this whole section over here is new, and this is locked. There's a whole, I guess, thing you have to do to unlock that to get in here. And then also, if you're also unsure what else got added, up here near Voyager space, there's also all of these new systems that were added. These particular systems have Klingon armadas in them. So if you can reach here instead of reaching to deep space, I don't know if the warp range is better. Not really. It's kind of comparable. 230. It's kind of similar. To even try and go here instead to do some of these Klingon armadas. But the downside of that is you better have your speed up thing ready to go because these new systems are also the hazard systems. Magnetic minefield. Now the NSEA protector is immune to magnetic minefield. Keep that in mind if you ever do decide to get the ship. Anything else you send there is going to lose 1% of your total hull health every 5 seconds, which means in 500 seconds of not doing anything or not killing anything, you're just dead. Obviously, if you attack hostiles, they're going to lower your hull health faster. 500 seconds is a little over, what, 8 minutes? So you have a little bit of time if you want to try and sneak in there and do something, but not overly great in these new systems and new areas to do any hunting or grinding or anything like that. But let's talk about our new ship. First off, what does it do? What does it do? Well, it's an explorer, right? NSEA protector. There it is, right there. Starting right out of the box, relatively speaking. 34 million power. Kind of puts it on power level with a Coronar. You're starting off as a G4 Epic. Has 2 ship abilities. Number 1, immune. Oh, I'm sorry, 3 ship abilities because this is just a special ability. It's immune to that magnetic minefield I was just talking about. Increasing damage versus mirror hostiles by 5,000%. That's a pretty big uptick. Should let you significantly punch up to higher level targets once the ship is leveled up a little bit. So you'll be able to do more damage there. It also can mine raw Trillium at 60,000%. And this is the base level starting. That's obviously going to scale up as you upgrade the ship. Let's see if we can go to stfc.space and check it out more. It does look like it's there. They only put, oh, they did put both abilities in. So your damage is going to get increased a bit there. Here's your mining speed, so they couldn't put all the zeros in here. So you're starting at 60,000, and basically every tier, it jumps up 20K. So at tier 2, you get to, it goes up to 80,000, and then 85,000, and then 90,000. So you can get a pretty big cargo boost out of it. Speaking of cargo boosts, you can look at the details. If you're going to be able to mine that large amounts of stuff, you should hopefully have some cargo capacity. It starts at 1.3 million for me with all my research and stuff. So that's not bad before I even put any officers on it. I'm sure there's other people I could put that could boost that even further, which isn't bad. It will also give it some versatility because it does have high impulse speed at 232 compared to some of the other ships, again, just starting out. Like if we look at a Coronar, for say, the impulse speed on a Coronar is only 182. And if we look for an Interceptor, let's go look for, like even a Talios. Talios, for me, starts at 222. So it's a little faster than a Talios right out of the box. So I'm sure people may try and use the new ship to do some, OPC hunting as well. So it kind of becomes a bit of a versatile hybrid ship. So it'll have uses outside of the Ark, and obviously the ship itself does nothing related to killing the invading hostiles. So you don't have to worry about any of that. So that's a plus. The downside is the sourcing for it. I haven't looked through the missions. I don't know if there are any. Matter of fact, while we're talking about it, let's go a quick look at the missions, right? Are there any blueprints sourced through the missions? Never give... Isn't that it? Never give up? Never... Oh, it's never surrender is the chain. Okay. So here's your mission chain and your mission rewards. These are spheres to upgrade the ship. Nope, nothing going on there. ISO emulsion, okay. Two different paths here. You can either get Omega 13 matter for once you have the ship, or you can get some speed ups and 4-star materials, so no ship blueprints. There's a peace shield. Again, you've got options. There's 2 Leilari officer shards, okay. Omega 13, and step 7 here has speed ups or 4-star stuff. So no ship blueprints there. If we go back and we pick up Never Surrender, Part 8, start the second mission chain, more beryllium spheres, which are what you use to upgrade the ship. Nope, not seeing any ship blueprints anywhere in any of this. A couple of Kirk's phaser rifles, a couple of Leilari shards up for grabs. But that's about it. No officer shards, which means the only way that you're going to acquire this new ship is either A, to give them $99.99, right? You just buy it right here. Gives you all 200 blueprints as well as a handful of new officer shards and some materials. Or you try and get it through the event store. And that does not look like it is going to be easy at all, because the event store does have the blueprints and it doesn't appear that there's any type of restriction on them other than the fact that you need 200 of them and they cost 1,250 of the new eye patch currency each. Quick math will tell us that's 250,000 that you need total. And if we go back to our events and we look at what kind of materials we're sourcing, well, if your server completes this event, you get 25,000 in this one. And in this SLB, if you win it, you get 25,000 more, but more likely you're going to end up somewhere in the middle here getting, 2250 or 1125. So that's only going to get you about 11 or 12% of the way to your goal of sourcing all the materials that you're going to need. Obviously, these events will repeat throughout the month, and there will be other events that are given that event store currency. But I wouldn't say it's a guarantee, and we don't know when this event will be coming back or what other sourcing there's going to be for the Protector once this little arc is over. So if the arc ends and you only have 2/3 of the ship, it's like, well, how am I going to get the rest of it? Do I have to wait 3 months, 6 months, or whatever for it to come back? Is there something I can do in the meantime? Are they going to add, a different refinery or keep that open? That even though the arc is over, there's still the refinery option. That's going to be the big question. And again, how much are you even able to source from this stuff? These blueprint vouchers are also available in here. If you want to pick up different ships, you use these Chimera blueprint vouchers, which you get out of a different refinery. Refineries and currencies, refineries and currencies. Nothing new there. You also have options for mirror dust. You've got some of the older content, the standard materials and stuff that we see in event stores as well if you just want to try and spend the rest of it because we don't think this event's coming back. And then you can also pick up Gwen DeMarco shards or this new Galactic Acclaim, which we'll talk about in just a second here. Timmy says, like the last arc, we'll be lucky to get at 150. 250 is a big number, right? It's not going to be easy. And I don't know if that's going to motivate people to try and do more of the grinding. I mean, let's look at my bracket. These guys who are in the lead here, they've been doing a lot of grinding. 750,000, 775. Like, realistically speaking, how many hostiles has this guy killed? 775, 1934. He's killed 400 hostiles. So he's been a busy little beaver. And 400 level 60 hostiles. If he's not someone who can reach that far or that high to kill those high level targets, and he's down here killing smaller stuff, well, he's obviously getting half the points. So he could have killed as many as 800 hostiles to get that point total. So not going to be easy to source the ship, which is why I'm sure plenty of people, and again, it's designed that way, of course, it always is. So I'm sure there are plenty of people out there who will just buy the ship, spend the $100, realize, hey, I'm getting it now. I don't know when it'll be available later. Plus, I hear it makes my MU grind even easier, which will save me a lot of time in there. Especially if you're a G4 player, you can actually go mine instead of having to kill stuff. You've got a ship with high impulse, so you don't necessarily need to put like a speed crew on it. You could put like a cargo crew on it, perhaps, if you can hold enough. I don't know, it holds 1 point, mine holds over 1 million. I don't know you can mine that much, even with the double boost, because that's effectively what it is, right? At tier 1, it's a 60,000% boost, which for me is the equivalent of what my mining research is right now in the mirror universe. Oh. My survey mining here, I get 50,000. So I'm effectively, whatever I was getting, I'm effectively doubling it and then a little bit more. So I still don't think I'd fill up the cargo on the ship. So then it would just be all about getting there faster. So you'd probably still use a speed crew. And then you'd get a couple extra minutes maybe out of mining there. I'm not buying the ship, but just want to present all the details and facts about it, just in case you guys decide that you want to buy it. Anybody in the chat did you guys buy the ship? I know somebody said they did, obviously, earlier, but just curious if anybody else bought it yet.